This is your Aries full moon harvest moon outlook for September 29th, 2023. So we have the full moon in Aries at 6 degrees and opposing the sun in Libra at 6 degrees naturally. And what is Aries? Aries is the first house. It is about taking the initiative, and Aries is a fire sign filled with enthusiasm. It is the first house. So it's about putting our best foot forward. It's the me first. And Aries, like Libra, is a cardinal sign. They have natural leadership abilities. They love to take the lead, especially with the sign of Aries. And Libra is the seventh house. It is an air sign. So air is detached, and air is to some degree objective. And with Libra, it's the seventh house, it's partnerships, it's legalities, it's the public eye. And with this full moon in Aries with the Libra sun, because it is a full moon, we will have to find the balance. And what is that? The balance is about the first house and the seventh house. Libra is about negotiation, cooperation, and harmony. And with Aries, it's about the me first, what we want, what we feel is the best course of action. And Aries is all about our thoughts. And we have to somehow find that balance between cooperation, partnerships, equality, and fairness, and wanting to put our personal interests first. And that is going to be the highlight and the theme of this Aries full moon and harvest moon. And we've equally got Mars, the planet of action, with the South Node in Libra. So this only emphasizes right now this Libra connection of partnerships, justice, yes, the legal system. It is about coming to an agreement with each other, whether that's partnerships with love, it is about business, it is about every and any kind of partnership, relationships, and finding the balance within that cooperation. And this is going to be a focus during this this full moon. And because it is a full moon in Aries, we are going to close the book on something that we may find that is paramount, dealing with what? Relationships of all kinds, partnerships. And to add to that, the depositor of the sun in Libra is Venus in Leo, and Leo is highly creative. It's the fifth house. It's children's interests that deal with pregnancy, dating, intimacy, our sense of fun, creativity, and yes, our self-expression. And Leo loves the show. And with this Libra emphasis and the depositor connected with this full moon, Sun in Libra, we will find that right now there's going to be an emphasis on what? Everything and anything that deal with entertainment or anything that's dealing with our personal creativity. And yes, because we still have the depositor of the sun connected with this full moon in Aries in Leo, well, there may be those that are celebrities or those that are renowned that come to the forefront for whatever reason right now, especially dealing with love and relationships, as the depositor of the sun in Libra is Venus in Leo. So we're feeling rather amorous still and affectionate. And because Libra and Leo have that very creative connection, this is going to be a very superb time to express our own originality, talent, our sense of creativity, and the arts are going to become a forefront of topic of discussion right now, whether it's art, whether it's music, you name it, right that now that has captured our attention. Fashion, beauty of all types, you name it. Right now, this Aries full moon is going to bring out all of the arts and forms of expression. And we have here as well a beautiful trine with the Venus, planet of love, in Leo, and the the North Node in Aries, and Chiron, the healer, in Aries. And within about a day and a half, the moon then will apply the trine with Venus, the depositor of the sun, Mars, and South Node in Libra. So this Aries full moon is going to be all about relating, negotiating, really expressing our uniqueness, you name it. That's what this Aries full moon is going to be about. And with Aries and Leo, this gives us a great deal of enthusiasm about the future and taking an initiative with partnerships and anything that is creative. Oh, it's about new beginnings with Aries, but we first will have to close the book on these issues. Why? Because, of course, it is a full moon in Aries, and we want to begin. We want to take the initiative. We want to lead in all areas dealing with negotiations, harmony, peace, balance, really getting along with each other and closing the book on long-held topics of discussion where we have not agreed. That's Aries, that's Libra. But we may do it in a very warm-hearted, affectionate manner. Yes, we're feeling rather generous right now. Oh, that's ever so positive. That's great with this Leo Aries connection. And it's great because the depositor of Libra is Leo Venus. But we have to find what else is going on in this full moon chart that is of importance. And additionally, we have Mars, the planet of action, and that's conjoining the South Node in Libra. So we're feeling a little bit touchy right now about issues of justice and fairness within relationships. This could also be connected with business. What is right? What is wrong? Finding that balance here too. And this is in a T square in the cardinal signs of Libra, Capricorn, and Aries. So there's a little bit of friction here. We feel like somehow within relationships, we want to get our way. We want to take the lead. We want to feel a sense of personal power within relationships because, see, Pluto is still in Capricorn and it's retrograde, falling into this T square with Aries and the full moon within a day or two. Chiron, the healer in Aries, and the North Node. And it's all about relationships now, fairness, justice. That also could be, yes, again, going back to that about courts, legalities. And there's something that's really grabbing our attention in this area that's really going to be focused of discussions now. What is it that has created certain injustices, unfairness legally within society? But keep in mind, we're talking Aries and Libra here. So Libra wants to come to some agreement because that's what Libra is about. It's the scales. It's about that word again, finding the balance. And so right now we may have discussions, we may find that there's public forums, or we may feel even in our personal relationship because there's this sense of perhaps there's an imbalance of power within relationships, or there's a certain intensity. We have to find that we may have to sit down and try to see others' point of view. And the Aries full moon will be the initiator. It's seeing that there is some kind of conflict, some kind of opposition, and we have to put this opposition, this discord to rest. And that is what the theme is right now with this Aries full moon. And just as important with Venus, the depositor of Libra, Sun, Mars, and the South Node now, is the square between Venus, the planet of love, and Uranus. And Uranus is about the unexpected. Uranus kind of likes the weird, the wonderful, the off color and different. Uranus is highly unique and independent. And as Venus is the depositor of a Libra here and the sun connected with the full moon in Aries, well, it's great because we're going to have a lot of enthusiasm about forming partnerships and of all kinds. Perhaps that deals with new businesses, it deals with projects, and our creativity is at the best. But Venus is important here because it is making this square to Uranus. So here again, we find that there's conflicts about the matters connected with the fifth house. And the fifth house deals with dating, it deals with intimacy, and yes, it deals with our personal self-expression. It deals with pregnancies, deals with children, deals with fun, creativity, speculation of all kinds. And that's going to be a topic here too. But we may feel within relationships, going back to the theme with this cardinal T-square, that somehow our self-expression, our sense of individuality is being stymied or blocked to some degree. And that's what creates the conflict here, especially with Uranus retrograde. So retrograde planets are not always at their best, but anytime you see retrograde, not just dealing with Mercury, although it's now direct, the planets are connected with the past. So somehow there's past communications or past issues of the past that are creating differences right now, unexpectedly, that will come to the surface. Perhaps there's issues that we really wanted to have a discussion about because it may get intense. And certainly we have to heal from all this. We've got Chiron in Aries and the North Node in Aries, and this Aries connection is in this T-square involving Aries, the me first, the power planet Pluto, and Mars in Aries. So we know we have to talk it out, but we're not going to be able to do so without this intensity. And if it involves Pluto, which it does, we have to bring to the surface long-held beliefs, opinions, and disagreements of relationships, negotiations, what have you, anything connected with Aries and Libra. Bring our differences to the surface so we can what? Take a hint from Chiron here. We can heal. And hopefully with all these negotiations and talk of peace, Libra taking the initiative with all this discussion, Aries, we can what? Find that balance, that keyword again right now, and forge a new path for the future. Close the book on issues of contention so we can start again, and by the new moon we will hopefully be able to do that depending on how we have opened up and negotiated with each other during this time of the Aries full moon. But yes, it will not be without conflict or opposition, because we've got this square here between Uranus and Venus. And our speech, well, could be rather sharp, because what is Taurus? It's the second house. And the second house is about how we communicate and what we say. And we've got Jupiter with Uranus. So we're going to have some sharp words for each other. And with Jupiter there, Jupiter in Taurus really is going to love to make a big deal out of everything. So yes, there could be some public shows of opposition, not just between us personally, because Jupiter is right in there, and Jupiter is like saying, wow, we really gotta put it out there. We just gotta lay everything on the table and really expand on some of these areas of contention with Jupiter there. And with Jupiter and Uranus and Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. And Taurus is a little bit of the bully, and Aries is aggressive. So yes, we're going to have to be cautious of really getting some of these conflicts out of hand, if you will. We really are going to have to take a hint from this Libra, and it's all about discussion, finding the balance, agreeing to disagree, disagree, and agreeing, coming to that center and this axis with this full moon between Aries and Libra. Yes, we may have differences about fifth house matters and our modes of expression and so on, as aforementioned, fifth house connection and partnerships of all type. But if we can look to the Aries full moon with the the Libra depositor of Venus and Leo, and that sweet trine, well, we can find enthusiasm for the future and for what is the positive that we see in communicating with each other and respecting each other's point of views. And that's what this is about, whether it's dealing with legal issues, whether it's dealing with partnership issues. It's about really coming together and agreeing, or as mentioned, agree to disagree, but still finding the cooperation within our discussions. And there's going to be a lot of that now, but we also have, again, we've got the power planet of Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, and we have at 27 degrees retrograde, and we've got Mercury in Virgo, and we have Uranus, unique, the unexpected, and the original genius, making a beautiful Earth grand trine here. Yes, indeed. And what is Earth? Earth, as always, is about our sensibilities. It's about taking the practical approach, not getting lost in drama. And so, with all this uncertainty now regarding fifth house matters, regarding relationships and partnerships and negotiations and so on, we then have this sweet Earth grand trine. So this is good because there may be some drama right now because of the T-square in the cardinal connection, especially with Libra and Aries. But with the trine, this gives us a good sense of intelligence. It gives us a sense that we don't want to let the disagreements get out of hand. We want to take the practical approach, and that is what we will look to for this grand trine. The grand trine in Earth is giving us this sense of positivity that everything is going to be okay. We are not getting lost in the drama. We are opening up. We are talking with each other. And this is very positive. Also, what is Earth? Earth is connected with what? Yes, our physical Earth. So this is going to be a good time. Perhaps we are talking about making corrections with imbalances, Libra, in our environment. That could deal with cleanup. It could deal with anything where we are making corrections with our Earth, our environment. But also, Earth is connected with money. So there's going to be some good money news right now. We may have this sense that we want to save for a rainy day. And we are involving, especially regarding Virgo and Capricorn, and yes, Taurus. It's about really looking to the future. And it's about, yes, saving for a rainy day. This is a great time for making those sound investments. And, well, because of this grand trine, it's about generating money. So this could be a shot in the arm for the economy, the stock market, investments, and the like, especially dealing with Earth, because in a grand trine, we are generating money. We are sound in our, uh, we are very sound in our dealings with money, with finance, with investments. It also could be positive towards what? Very good job news because of that connection with Earth. Very sound and very connected. And we've got Pluto here and Jupiter, Uranus, and Mercury. So we're thinking very intelligently now, and we have a strong sense of not just positivity, but we have a strong sense of the future and who we are. And really, in all this uncertainty with partnerships and, yes, to some degree, conflicts and negotiating with each other and wanting to keep the peace and finding that balance. Up that word again, we've got this grand trine in Earth, which really helps to tone things down in a positive light. And of course, that can only be too good. Yes, indeed. And equally, we have this opposition with Mercury and Neptune retrograde. And what is Neptune and Mercury? What do they have in common? Well, Mercury in Virgo and with Neptune in Pisces deal with what? They deal with the sixth house by the 12th house. So it's about mental health, it's about physical health, but there's an opposition here, and nebulous Neptune is still retrograde. So we may find there's some questionable information about health, wellness, diet, exercise, these themes that we will have to investigate, because that's what Virgo is about: research, analyzation, service. And we feel like nebulous Neptune retrograde is concealing a little bit of the truth. What is it that we're being told about health or wellness that may not be exactly, well, the truth? What do we have to dig and research? And Neptune in Pisces likes to conceal, especially retrograde. Also, what else is Neptune in Pisces? Pisces is water. It's an emotional sign, and Neptune deals with oceans, water, oil, minerals, and even because of this axis with Mercury in Virgo with the sixth house, it deals with sea life, and with Mercury in Virgo with the sixth house connection, it deals with our animal friends. So this could also be a little bit of a topic of concern now. And also because we've got Neptune in Pisces retrograde, and keep in mind, the planets are not always at their best in their retrograde phase. So Also, there could be issues with what? Storms, yes, anything to deal with natural disasters, the environment. And because Neptune is retrograde, it deals with either the overabundance of moisture or water or the underabundance. So there could be equally concerns with floods now, excess water, storms, and on the other hand, it could be dealing with drought because Neptune in Pisces is retrograde. And so we're going to have to be cautious of some storms possibly now, dealing with this under or overabundance of water within the environment. But what other connection is Neptune in Pisces? But Pisces and Neptune deal with what? The 12th house, that theme again of secrets, the unknown, what we're not being told, going to back to the connection with healthcare and finding out, or health, wellness, finding out what is true, fact from fantasy or fact from fiction. Well, this is also holding true with what? Mysteries, because Neptune is retrograde, so there could be some historic finds also connected with Pluto because Pluto is also retrograde, connected with the past and history as with Neptune. So there could be some historic or very important, pertinent, highlighted historic finds that are going to create a very big topic of discussion because Neptune, especially now retrograde, kind of is concealing things. There's that issue about, well, we need to figure out this mystery. We need to bring the unknown to the surface, especially involving Pluto here, the unknown to the known. And that is really what's creating this Virgo Mercury need to dig and research until we find out answers. So, likely when Neptune turns direct, we will find out what is right, what is wrong, what is fact, and what is fiction. But until then, there's going to be a topic that really gets our thoughts going and our natural investigative desire to figure out what is the facts. What are the facts, fiction, truth, this type of scene? And with this grand Earth trine, well, we are just going to take great pleasure in figuring out exactly what it is that is being kept hidden and needing to be brought to the surface. But assuredly, with this grand trine, and once Neptune goes direct, we will figure out the answers that we will seek. So, what is this Aries full moon about? Oh, it's about partnerships because we're talking Aries and Libra. And yes, with the square between Uranus and Venus in Leo, which is the depositor of the Libra Sun, Mars, and the South Node, and Mars in Libra, the depositor of the Moon in Aries. We want to clear up all arguments, discord, and we want to talk things out. That's great. We're feeling enthusiastic for partnerships now. But we know in order to begin again without such discord, we will have to negotiate, find the balance, find the cooperation. And Yes, we may not agree on everything, especially connected with fifth house matters, connected with children, pregnancies, intimacy, dating, and even to some degree, anything that deals with speculation and fun, but of most importance, our self expression. And if we can come together, respect each other's point of view, then indeed take a hint from this Aries full moon, we take the initiative for peace. And that is what this Aries full moon is all about. If you'd like to get in touch with me, my contact information is down below. I give one-on-one readings and written reports. Please subscribe to this channel and press the bell notification. Until next time, many, many blessings.